Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing good. I'm having an okay day, a little better than yesterday, but that's how those things go. It was really, really weird today so far. Um, Doug came home from getting a stove, a cook stove. Um, and when he got to, we live on a township road that's dirt, and you go down a great big hill and it curves onto the creek bottom and then goes out to another tar road, and it's called Tunnel Road. Well, and there's a road up above us called Sod, and he went to turn on there, and there was like four squad cars blocking it off, and a couple other roads going into the woods west of us were blocked off, and then the other entrance. So in between two, well, they had all the highways blocked off to our road and our neighbors. So somebody within like six house area, literally, but hundreds of acres of wooded and wetland, like creeks and the lakes right over there, and just so but they're like doing a manhunt or something. So when Doug got home, I heard the truck, but I was putting away dishes and stuff like that. But I looked out, and there he is coming out of his shop with his rifle. I'm like, he goes, "Are you okay?" I go, "Yeah." I'm thinking, what's he gonna blast? And then he told me what was up and brought the gun in the house, and you know, so he's got, I'm sure a handgun accessible, but he brought out the big stuff, you know. So yeah, so we still don't know what's going on. I wrote in my community and asked if anybody knows what's up with Tunnel Road, so I don't know. I'll tell you when I find out though. Yeah. I went on a Bruce Sees All live stream, and I always say astronomy and I forget one of his other passions, ufology. So he is really good at filming the sun and UFOs, and my favorite is the moon. And he made what I call Bruce's album, but he made music, um, compiled some of his music in like 20 minutes of what he's written and did. And I'm going to share that with everybody here. He does have a channel, Bruce's Music, but he shared it on Bruce Sees All, so that'll um, give you an idea of some of this guy's talent. So, anyway. But he was on live this morning reporting about the Vatican being on fire. And I had seen a picture yesterday of everything, but then I was thinking it was kind of odd. Maybe not so much odd, but the rest of what I heard was odd. So I'll tell you that, if you've heard that Yosemite Forest is, or park, which they call federal land, which is really the most primo land that still belongs to its original owners. So I have a theory on that, and there's like 500 firefighters out there right now trying to keep the fire away from the like 3,000-year-old sequoias and trees. But I'm thinking, I wonder if they're gonna burn them things so they can get in there and drill on federal land, because people will be less after a fire, they won't be uh flocking to the area for its pristine beauty. So, um, and if that's the case, there's going to be a big problem, I do believe. And then I heard on the nightly news we had storms, and I turned it on, and I'm like, and they're saying that um, California is hotter than normal, and now they have what used to be summer wildfires are wildfires year around. I'm thinking, what a bunch of baloney when we all saw them directed energy weapons anyway. So, oh, and that reminds me too on Bruce Sees All. I can't remember who said it, Kim or Sammy or maybe Beth. No, yes, somebody that's on there all the time, I think, uh, had said something about the rods of God, but Bruce didn't quite. I think I don't know that he knows that technology. So, and I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. But the rods of God are titanium steel that they take up into the highest, like into the stratosphere, I do believe. Well, above the hemisphere, I do believe is how it would be. Well, anyway, they go up as high as they can. I think they go up to like something like what they say, 60,000 feet or something like that. Or 80. I don't know. I don't know. Don't quote me on the foot how many feet they drop it from, but they dropped this titanium rod that they had coined named the rods of God, and it has the impact of like a Nagasaki or Hiroshima um, bomb without the radiation effects. So they can literally bomb an area with the force of a nuclear warhead, a giant nuclear bomb, just with a piece of steel that they call the rods of God. That's a spooky thought, isn't it? That they would have a weapon that they would drop from space, nearly. I won't say outer space because I'm not so convinced that there's such a thing. So anyway, not not at least not accessible for anybody on this planet. That's my belief. So yeah, I do believe we're in hell. It's not that I don't think it's the depths of hell, but it's pretty hell like. It sure isn't heaven like, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna light a cigarette. Yeah, last night I was listening to Dr. Carmen Bryant. She's I do believe she is a psychiatrist, and she's got some other training. But yeah, Doug was saying that kept calling her he because she has a African American accent. She's biracial, and he kept calling her him. He's gonna go to hell, and because she was saying things like there's help, like abuse hotline and counselors that will help people get out of dangerous situations, um, and stuff like that. Now, around me, we used to have something like that, but we don't anymore. But yeah, if I felt like I was in danger, I would pick up the phone, and that would be that, you know. But it's not the danger of the physical danger. It's more well, like being so tired out of my mind from non-stop trying to bait me into an argument. You know, it's sitting out in the other room and just keep talking, and it's nonstop, like a direct assault on and on of any given subject. It doesn't matter. It's an onslaught. I can't describe it any better than that. It's like a dog that will not stop barking, you know? So, or maybe worse, maybe a couple of them, you know? And you want to sleep, but you can't, you know? That's what it's like. So, anyway, yeah, he come home last night with a bunch of groceries real late because he took his time. It was literally 10:30. I just was listening to Bruce's music and just turned it up and let him sit there. He ate like some chips and then started putting stuff away. And I didn't even, I usually put stuff away and I don't care. He can put it wherever he wants to put it. And he went and got a stove today and almost blew off the road in a tornado because we had some pretty heavy rains. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'm leaning towards that. If I see more federal land or um, oil rigs getting set up out there on federal land, um, see that's why Biden's got a bug up his butt is because and has to go over to another country and beg for oil because not only did he sell our reserves, but they're trying to get in there on federal land and drill, and they don't have to. We have oil rigs all over the West and Midwest and South and out in the oceans and ones that are capped off that all they have to do is take a rig back out there and uncap it. The casing's there, the rod's still in there. All they do is cap it off. All they have to do is go back in there and hook the horse's head up to it, and it's pumping again. But what the deal is the people that get contracts for certain land rights from either individual people, um, uh, that takes the control away from the government, and the government's trying to control the whole oil industry. And there's individual people like Bracken and uh, let's see if I can remember. Well, there's some really big, well-known oil field companies out there, and you know, of course, there's the usual suspects too, like Exxon and whatever. But I'm just, and I used to know the names all. We used to out in the oil field, we'd trade each other's caps and stickers for the rigs and for the companies and stuff. Halliburton is another big name. Um, so these people like that would be kind of swept. Well, right now they're limited to what they can pump, and with the pipeline being shut down, things it's harder to get things out of that area and transport it all around, and they've made that more expensive. But then too, you know, with all that's going on, but then also there is still shipping things um, even around our country by ship or on trains. Um, but now, okay, it's really weird. Um, all the shipments that from the ships that were sitting out in the sea with all those goods on it, all those goods are coming to like Walmart, Target, and another big player in the game of retail. And they're going to have all these sales coming up this weekend and all that. Like 40% off on like Target's got like furniture and stuff because they said they're trying to compete with Amazon online buying. And I'm thinking, but so that was the plan all along, obviously, you know. But with all these food plants all over the world and the things that they're doing, it's like, look at this, but see, the biggest thing right now is Biden taking American dollars that people have to pay on. We don't even have it. And purchasing oil from another country, putting us further in debt with another country. You see, when our money isn't in our banking systems, it's somewhere else gathering interest for somebody else. So when we don't keep our money within our country, you're cutting your throat twice. It's like paying for it. So if gasoline, just say on average, is $5, we know it's more, or it has gone down this weekend. I think ours is like 4.97, but just say on average. In some places, I know it's horrible, but we'll just go with the $5 mark. By the time they buy oil somewhere else, bring it back here, and it's been shipped, they're causing more pollution just shipping it, you know, when they could uncap the oil field, even if they didn't open up the pipeline, they could use the train system and the waterways more to transport around our own country. So, um, yeah, it's all scam. They sat down years ago in their World Economic Forum and said who we're going to get oil from when we shut everybody down in the United States, so we can open up this federal land and dig it up and destroy it and get the wealth out of there. And it isn't just, there'll be gold in there too, because Yosemite, that great big huge mountains all around there and everything, they want to get their grubby little paws up in there. You better believe it, you know. Yeah, just think, and it's like MBB was mentioning 333 was mentioning, just like I was a while back here, that okay, here's a suspicious thing. We have had a wetter, kind of a wetter than usual summer, somewhat, kind of normal. The temperature has been around average. And I know this because I look at my memories on Facebook. My 9 years ago, it's cool today and a little bit cloudy, and but it's nice. That's exactly what today is 9 years later. And so and I can go just about every year. It looks almost the same on any given day, which is really odd in itself. But that within itself disputes global warming, you know, for what they're saying with California and warming up more and all that. So I don't know. There was something else I was thinking with that too, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm a little tired still. It's been a rough couple days, and I still don't know who's out lurking in the woods and the waterways around here. So, I mean, I'm not scared. Doug locked the door. I don't know if I would have even done that, but I guess I was thinking maybe you want to lock the door. He probably wants to rest. He did off a lot of driving today, so to get a good deal on a stove. So The one I have works. It's just that the broiler doesn't work. So I mean the oven works and the stove top. But well it works. It's just it's horrible. It doesn't work well. I guess that's the way I should put it. Yeah. It's barely does. It's not even worth monkeying with. If you've ever had a broiler, it just wasn't like the flame was weak. That's what this is like. So, and I'm sure like maybe even when it was brand new, maybe it just wasn't a very good model or something like that. But yeah, I've used it enough. It was used when I got it. So is this one, but I think it's going to be a better stove. It looks like it already. So I'll see. But yeah, I had all black appliances at one time. And the refrigerator with oh the ice cube thingy always leaked because that wasn't hooked up, and we had to cut the wall, the door frame to get it in, and it was that big. And Doug didn't know it when he bought it, and that's why the people had it out in their garage when he got there and helped him load it. Oh, I hated that thing. I mean, it looked pretty. I ugh, just the refrigerator itself drove me crazy. I didn't like it. So, yeah, I want a new fridge someday too. That's next on the list, but or not even brand new, just better than what I got because this had been used for a party and smelt like puke when I got it, and the shelves were missing in it. It's like, who buys a refrigerator with no shelves and stuff and crisper drawers and stuff? It's like, this is just too weird. But anyway, that was another good deal too. But I get sick of it. It's like, yeah. Anyway, just talking. Been kind of a hectic couple days and, stressful. A lot of people would say, well, like, yeah, I know you know what I'm going through, but I can guarantee you this. If you directly came at the person I say is Satan, just say one bad thing and watch your life fall apart. Just contact him or make yourself known in my life, and your life will change instantly, you and some of you know that and are not cowardly, and God will help you, but it is true. If you want to test that theory, let me know. I'll give you a link where you can directly say something to them. Just say like something a little stupid, or like some of you are good at that anyway, no offense. Aren't we all? And I just did. But it isn't really stupid. I'm telling you the truth. If you'd like to go and just say one thing that might even kind of, um, you know, if it's silly even, I can guarantee you'll know what I'm saying is true. If you want to test that theory. Yeah, there's some badass men out on this planet as far as not respecting people and um knowing how to maybe hurt a woman emotionally or something, but that's not what's going on here. Not really. Even with me singing I Can't Help Falling in Love, um I sing that about God, and I always have. My emotions are a tiny bit different than other people's, because really, as far as the trust factor, God's really all I've ever had. So, yeah. And that's the truth. See, Doug knows these things. Yeah. I'm not conceited like some women, but I am conceited like some women. But there's a little something different there. Um, it's kind of like bragging rights, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Um, how how deep is your thought process is what I'm asking you. Because I think mine's way deep, way deep. And to somebody who said they were a rainbow girl, I'm very sorry for you, girl. And I knew that um, by the way you spoke. You know, I don't have a problem with it. Just be very careful because that tells me who you were raised by. Be really, really careful because I'm not going to hold back anything. So if you come at me sideways with any kind of Masonic crap of higher echelon or a figure of authority in that type of frame of mind ever, you won't get near to succeeding number one in bothering me because there was no higher ranking Jesuit Mason Shriner than the person who raised me, and I battled him and all his buddies, so you really don't want to play over here. It wouldn't be a level playing field for you, is what I'm saying. So, and think what you want. And if that made you mad, I'm kind of glad because I really don't play there anyway. And I'm not going to try to use powers of mind control. I will literally use the word of God coming out of my heart and slay anybody coming at me sideways like that. So you're not going to slide into home base safe, is what I'm telling you. You're going to get got. So just so you know, because I don't think it's cutesy wootsy, and I don't take this like we're helping the world type of attitude with these people paying dues and the rest of their bullshit, because I don't know if you've been to any of their installations and the things they do when the public isn't looking, but I have. So we'll just put it there. No, I was not a rainbow girl or Job's daughter. I was like bluebird and a campfire girl. So I didn't wear a formal gown. I had shorts and all kinds of implements of destruction for making I can live in the woods if I have to. And that's a little more important than putting on a evening gown and pretending I'm royalty. So that's you just got a truth bomb there. And I've taught a lot of other people how to do a lot of things when they needed to too. And we're coming into some times where people think that they're in a position in life that they're going to be just fine. And these are the times where their great tribulation. We're going through turmoil, the ones that are battling the satanic force, but that's not the great tribulation. That's not for us. That's reserved for the select that call themselves elite but are not the elect. You know, so that's the way it is because you actually have to put the work into it, and your fruits, you do know them by their fruits. And I would say, even me saying, like, if I'm going through a bad vibe that somebody has pounded into me and I'm working it out on here, that's not me. That's that dark force trying to make that of me, but that's still not me. And I'm fully aware of that. That's why I'm so honest and open about these things, because that is never and has never been who I am. So just want to make that clear, you know, unless somebody actually needs to be saved in some kind of situation, I've had to step in. Otherwise, I'm really chill about a lot of things. Chill, but could be deadly. And we all could. I'm not just saying that, but when you're dealing with a trained warrior physically and mentally and spiritually, you're not really dealing with your average person, you know, and you do know. So, um, yeah. So sometimes you just have to say it like it is. And I do love everybody. I really, really do, like you would not believe. So, even when it's hard to do. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Um, I'm sure I'll be back in better spirits. You know, it's like when evil wears itself out, I get a couple free days. So, and I still got my exercises in. I still made my video. I still did the things and do the things I want to do. So, um, it's what I'm trying to say is it's never mattered where I am. Um, it's always the same old with that energy. But I control my own mind, and that's what they can't stand. They cannot stand somebody that won't do their play patty cake with a demon, is how I say it. And it is true. So, okay, everybody, have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. I love you. Peace.